everyone, today I've got your This is 40 movie review. This is the sort of sequel to Knocked Up, directed by Judd Apatow, starring Leslie Mann and Paul Rudd. I saw this movie twice, so first time I was laughing my head off. The second time I found a couple of new things that were really funny that I didn't notice before. I just felt like it wasn't as funny the second time. But nonetheless, it was another really good movie by Judd Apatow, and it is basically centering around Debbie and Pete from Knocked Up, who are both turning 40, and they have a lot to deal with. They've got their own relationship, they've got their kids, their jobs, and their friends, and it's just crazy stuff going on left and right. I liked that it just seemed more like, they definitely know how to really make an audience laugh. I was definitely like, they're just so funny. The writing was just absolutely hilarious, and I know a lot of people can definitely relate to these characters, especially like, I know that I have fights with my parents, so I definitely was relating a lot to the older daughter, who just happens to be both the kids. I like how they're actually Judd Apatow's kids, and they're in the movie, and they have to deal with all this, and their mom's in it, and it's just so funny. I can definitely relate to some of the things that were going on in the movie, and Debbie is the one that has to turn 40 first, but she does not want to be 40, so she wants to. I liked how she was kind of like pretending to not be 40, like she was always lying about her age and stuff, but she still looks good. Don't you agree? Another chick who a lot of people might think looks good is Megan Fox, who I knew was going to be in the movie, but I was like, okay, I'm not a fan of her, but she was actually really funny in this, and maybe even funnier than she was on Saturday Night Live. So I thought like, oh no, she's gonna be the hot chick, but really, there was a lot more to her character than I knew about. It's funny how Debbie thought that she was stealing from the store, and of course, Paul Rudd's character, and Pete, he's got his, I loved how they focused more on their jobs. Like, I had no idea what they did, and he owns a record label with, Chris O'Dowd from, if you remember, from Bridesmaids, and he's got a lot of stuff going on there, a lot of money, financial issues, and it's also really cool how there's other awesome actors in this. Another Bridesmaids alum, Melissa McCarthy, also has a few scenes in this movie, which I thought were just absolutely hilarious. They were absolutely perfect. And then Jason Segel is the Bodies by Jason guy. I was like, hey, he can be my personal trainer. I wouldn't mind. And also going back to the part where Debbie and Pete are basically trying to establish their relationship with their kids, and how stuff is going on in their older daughter's life, and they're trying to help her deal with that, and all she can think about is Lost. When I saw the Lost scenes coming on, I was almost in tears, and I'm like, I'm not gonna cry in a comedy, this is not cool. I thought it was just funny how they had all those different references, and it was just awesome. It's like, technology is my thing. You can't take my phone away, or laptop, I need it. So, the other girl that works at Debbie's store was basically talking how I've been talking sometimes, where she'll say, Debbie, or something crazy like that, and I'll be like, oh my god, please stop. Because she'll start sounding like Gollum, and it won't be funny. But she likes cats, so it'll be like a Gollum cat lady. It's crazy. Another big moment of this movie that was brought up was when, now, Pete is having his 40th birthday, and both Pete and Debbie's parents show up at the party. That moment in the movie, even though it's been over 2 hours, and I couldn't believe how long this movie was. It was really ridiculous, but it finally got to the point where everything just all sort of went full circle. It all started to make sense. They were sort of coming to terms with what they were dealing with and what they were trying to do to help each other out in their relationship. So Debbie's dad, who she hasn't like seen in years, comes along, and then Pete's got issues with his dad. They just have a lot of daddy issues. And that was actually a title of an episode on Lost. Overall, I would say that this movie was really hilarious, and it wasn't as funny the second time, but I mean, I'll see it again. You know, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe it will be actually funny. I mean, third time's a charm, right? I would say it was really funny. It was a perfect sort of sequel to Knocked Up, and if you guys have seen it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of This Is 40. You guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming every week for a Try Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.